Here we go, guys. 3, 2, 1, boom. We are back with another movie review for you people tonight.
Oh, yeah. We got a good one lined up tonight.
Yeah, we got an 80s film here that I noticed that nobody really talks about a whole lot, but I do consider it a classic, which is the 1986 film starring Charlie Sheen called The Wraith.
Yeah. You know what's funny about that? I always thought, for years growing up, I always thought it was called The Wrath.
Yeah. But it has that I between the A and the T. So
yeah, for some reason, I always referred to that movie as The Wrath. Like, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna watch the movie The Wrath. They're like, what, say what now? And then when you watch the movie and you see there's a scene where Clint Howard actually says it.
Right.
He's like, there's a Wraith out there, man. The what out there, man? The Wraith.
Yeah. Now I'll go over a few things here before we start with it. This film was directed by somebody named Mike Marvin. This movie, the release date is November 21st, 1986 in the U.S. Let's see, it had a budget of $8 million, but it only made like $3.5 million worldwide. So it kind of bombed at the box office, but I think later on it kind of became like this cult favorite. You know?
It's like one of those 80s movies that when it first came out, people were like, man, this movie fucking blows.
Right. I'm sure people were tripping out like, what is this? A guy that gets taken out, comes back as a fucking car, and, he goes after his killers one by one by racing them. It's kind of an odd concept, but it's a cool movie. It works.
A lot of stuff that just didn't add up. Like, you got the gang, like Packer, who's like supposedly like feared by everybody, and it's like Charlie Sheen shows up in that car and starts taking them out one by one. It's like by like racing them and then flying ahead of them and then smashing them and and then it's like
he's really nothing, if you think about it. Played by Nick Cassavetes.
Yeah, Nick Cassavetes, who's supposed to be like so badass and feared.
Right.
But yet there's a scene where he's sitting there, supposedly the girl that he loves, that Charlie Sheen loves, seeing them kissing, and he's just sitting there like watching it. Like, oh, you're supposed to be Mr. Big Tough Guy. Why the fuck didn't you run up on him and be like, hey?
Right. Well, we'll get into that. That takes place somewhere during the film, but The Wraith is a 1986 independently made American action fantasy film that obviously stars Charlie Sheen, Sherilyn Fenn, Nick Cassavetes, and Randy Quaid. He's a cop in the film.
Yeah.
And you have Clint Howard in there as well.
Oh, Redhead.
Yeah, in the beginning they it's like they race this one guy right in the night.
Yeah, well, they start off the movie with the damn little dots of like light.
Oh, right. 4 dots that are like flying around.
And I never noticed it like back in the day when I watched it, but it kind of makes sense now. I think. I don't know this for sure,
but it does make sense. Yeah, go ahead.
I think those 4 dots like coming in each direction and meeting up.
He's got 4 lives.
Yeah, I think that's what it means, because if you think about it, he took out like 4 of them. Like,
right. Well, yeah, that's true.
Oh,
he did say at the end, when he turned back to human, I can't do that again.
And
something like that.
Yeah, and then him and the chick fucking like, it's like, it is kind of a cornball movie when you think of it. Like, it is kind of it's a different type of film, but I feel like it's cool because it's different like that. And it's got that the movie The Crow type feeling. Somebody gets killed and they come back. They come back and exact revenge on all the people that did them wrong.
Right. And so in the beginning, the Nick Cassavetes and his gang there, they race this guy during the nighttime. Well, they stop him for no reason.
Yeah, him and his girlfriend I guess they're taking like just a drive through the desert at night.
Right.
And you see like, cars like appear behind them, and there's a funny scene where they look back and the chick like looks back and like gets this look at her eyes like, oh shit, what is that? And it's like, and they're driving and they hit this like, I guess like they hit a pothole and it bounces the car, and you hear the girl starts like freaking like and then like they come around the corner and they spin to a stop because there's two more cars like blocking the road.
Right. And then he gets out of the car. The guy's like, "What do you want, man?"
Yeah, he goes to get out, opens the door, and the guy and Nick Cassavetes, who's Packard Walsh in this, is it?
No, Nick Cassavetes. Yeah, he's Packard Walsh.
Yeah. He comes up and shuts the door, and the guy's like looking around like, "Why'd you stop me? What do you want?" And he just like kneels down in the car, and you can see that he's looking at the girlfriend or whatever, and he tells him, it's like, let's just say it's pink. and the chick's like, oh god, no. And the guys are looking like, forget it, pal, no way. He's like, I might forget it. I'm a nice guy. But them, they think the title to your car might be worth something.
He ends up racing him for his car.
Yeah, and they're holding his girlfriend hostage. He tells them, they're lining up to race, and he tells them, like, look, pal, if you lose this race and you decide to keep going, when we're done with her, I don't think you're going to want her back again.
Damn.
and they get in the car, and we get Clint Howard, who plays Rughead, walks up in the middle, and he's got like a flashlight with like a piece of paper over it with the light on, and when he drops the paper and you hit the light, that's when you go.
Right, and they end up racing.
Yeah, and he's telling them, like, he's like, the first one to Dragon Fire Crossing wins. You lose the race, you lose your car.
Yeah.
And he's like, ready. And they're getting ready, set, go. And they take off. And what I like about this race is not just it's a cool race, it's a Corvette and a Dodge Daytona.
Right.
And they take off racing, and you get Ozzy Osbourne with Secret Loser.
Yeah, that's a good song.
Yeah. And, you got like a good race going, and right at getting near the end, like, Packard just can't seem to pass him, and he winds up running the kid off the side of the road and the guardrail, and winds up winning the race, and they turn around and go back.
Yeah, the kid and the guy's pissed too. He's like, yeah, you cheated and this and that.
Yeah, he's like, I would have won. You had to cheat to beat me, force me off the road. It's like, that's not racing, that's trying to murder someone. And he's like, you're nothing but road pirates. You got to cheat to win.
Yeah. I wouldn't have said all that to all these guys. He's lucky he let them leave.
Yeah, and what sucks is you think they're takeoff walking. Now they got to walk, who knows how far it is to the fucking town. I mean, they're in the middle of the fucking desert.
Yeah, which sucks.
Yeah, like, that would suck, dude.
I mean, what the hell? Out in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yeah, he tells them, let's hook up to Daytona, let's get the hell out of here.
Right. And then it shows, like, Charlie Sheen on a motorcycle riding into town.
Yeah, and what's badass, dude, what I thought was really cool about this, there's a shot where basically you see, like, Charlie Sheen just riding through the desert on his
well, he's riding on the street.
Yeah.
But it's a big desert. It's one shot, which I thought was pretty cool too.
Yeah. I was always thinking, like, man, that would be cool as hell to do that.
Oh, hell yeah.
A big trip, like, across the desert just on, like, a motorcycle or
an ATV or something like that.
Yeah.
It'd be cool. Yeah, hell yeah, that would be fun. But yeah, he ends up running into the
Sherilyn Finn, who plays I forgot her name.
Let's see, she played Carrie.
Carrie, yeah.
Yeah.
she comes out and they start talking. He's asking her about where the Crawford Dam is, and
right.
it's like, well, how about I just hop on and I'll show you? And she goes to hop on,
right.
And when Packard pulls up, and
yeah, he takes off,
and she's like, I gotta go, you know. And he gets off, she gets off, and gets in the car with him, and he's asking her, like, who's the kid?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, somebody just stopped me and was asking for directions.
Some new guy in town, you know.
Yeah.
And he's obviously obsessed. This Nick Cassavetes is obsessed with this girl, and he says, "You're my girl," type shit.
Yeah, and the girl's told her, like, you know, like, I'm not your girlfriend. I don't love you, you
right.
know. And he's telling her, like, oh, nobody loves you more than me. like she's basically in one of those, like, forced, you know, like, relationships, basically.
Yeah. And then they all end up at, like, what, a beach?
Yeah, they all end up at the beach, you know, and
that's when
you see Nick Cassavetes, he joins up with his other group, you know, actor by the name of Chris Nash, who I've seen in other movies before, and
yeah, he had Skank and Gutter Boy.
You get Skank and Gutter Boy, and you're also introduced to...
Was Rughead there as well?
No, Rughead was not there. Like,
okay.
He was the but then you
well, no, actually, Skank shows up a little later with his car.
Yeah, and the character of Skank in this movie, like, first of all, why would you want to call yourself Skank?
I don't know. And what the fuck was he drinking? I forgot.
He was drinking hydraulic fluid.
Yeah, that's why he's always, like, twitching and shit.
Yeah, not only that, but I also forgot about this. Not only is he drinking hydraulic fluid, at one point in the movie he's got a can of WD-40 and he's sticking it up his nose and spraying WD-40 up his nose.
You can't fucking do shit like that.
That would kill you.
Yeah,
in real life, that would fucking kill you.
Yeah, that's retarded as hell. But
that either will kill you or that will fry your fucking brain and you would be a vegetable. That's why he's trying to... Nick Cassavetes tells him at one point, he's like, get off the zombie juice that you're drinking.
Yeah. And he warns the two guys to look after his girl to see who this, you know, guy is, this new guy in town. But also Charlie Sheen's brother shows up to sit next to him.
Yeah. And he's telling them, telling Skank and Gutter Boy that if he sees, Billy or the kid with Carrie, that he wants to know about it.
Yeah. And then they end up floating down the river on...
yeah, these big, they're like rafts, but they look like big-ass, bed mattresses.
Yeah.
That's cool,
Yes, I bet that pissed him off.
Well, yeah.
But notice how this tough guy didn't do nothing.
Yeah, every time, he sees them together, but he never goes and confronts Charlie Sheen.
Right. It's okay.
Yeah, you let him go, and then, you see him, you meet at that was one badass food place, man. The fucking Big King Burger joint, that would be cool. Out there in the middle of nowhere, basically, and
having that cool burger place.
Yeah,
that's where they go to. I think, don't they go there the next day or something?
They're there later that day.
Oh, later that day. Yeah,
that's where Carrie works at.
Yeah, right. And the guy who flips the burgers, Charlie Sheen's brother, goes to take her home, but the gang shows up.
Dude, it showed craziness. Billy was the only person in the back cooking all the food. Imagine all the burgers and stuff that he had to make. He had to be constantly order up, order up.
He's the worker. But yeah, at the end of the day, he goes to take her home, but the gang stops him.
Yeah,
and they're about to take his car until that fucking awesome Wraith car shows up.
Yeah, they stop him, and he gets Cheryl and Finn to get out of the car and go into his car, and he's telling them he's like, where y'all going? It's like, it seemed like y'all ran out of them all beef patties kind of early today, and he's like, yeah, don't worry, Pat. We still got plenty of dog food.
Yeah.
And then one member of his gang, Augie, who looks like tries to, you can tell he tries to act like a tough guy, but he clearly isn't.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Hey, Pac, let's go up to meet, huh?" He's like, "Hey, is this guy this, or is he always naturally a gifted child?" He goes to attack Billy, and fucking Packard holds him with a damn knife to his throat.
Yeah. What's up with that?
And the guy's like, "I swear to God, I'll cut off your head and piss down your throat." He's like, "Hold your water, Augie. This is business."
Yeah. Then that Wraith car shows up.
Yeah, just when he's about to wants to race. I mean, clearly, fucking the car that Billy had, a little Triumph, probably with a little 4-cylinder in it, wouldn't have been no match for that Corvette.
Right.
You know?
That first race between Charlie Sheen and that one guy, the way he gets taken out is fucking crazy, by the way.
Yeah. That is funny how they're like, he's like, "Hey, Pac, he's going for the sandy bar. Let me take him this time." "All right, it's your turn, dude. Let's go."
Yeah, he smashes through the fucking car, but then he goes over a cliff.
Yeah, and spins and blows up, and
yeah, it's like, wow.
What's crazy? They put, like, they're all thinking that he's gone. Nothing. Like, Randy Quaid even says that. Yeah, he's gone. He's dead. He's like.
Yeah, and his friends didn't even care.
He's like, there's not even enough left of them to fit in the cigar box, and the ambulance guy calls him over, and they pull the thing back, and he's like, "Oh, that's ugly." And you see it's Augie laying there, but with no eyes.
Yeah, his eyes are like gone.
And he's like, "Wait a minute, he's like, "Yes, Loomis, this kid went down the side of a canyon, on fire and busting glass." He's like, "It must have been 1,000 degrees in that car." And he's like, "There's not a mark on him." And he's like, he makes mention that he's clean, like he just came out of a hot tub. Like, you're like, what doesn't explain, like.
Yeah, I didn't get that. That's fucking weird. But
yeah. And then you notice after he wrecks the kid's car and sends him off the side of the road, he every time there's like this part that like disappears.
Right. Which I thought was kind of interesting. Yeah. And I noticed his friends didn't give a shit about his passing, after the race.
Yeah, even later when they're confronted by the Wraith guy, he tells them like, "Oh, losing Augie wasn't no big deal."
Right.
Like, wow.
He didn't give a shit.
But it doesn't seem like they care for him. But then when he has a race later on with the other guy, the guy tells him like, "This one's for Augie."
Yeah. But before that, Randy Quaid's telling him, "Your friend fucking, that he's got to fucking take it out."
Fish are there spread out the 4 states of the continent.
I believe that's pretty much his first appearance in the movie.
Yeah, he tells them, "I guess that's what everything has come down to now, hasn't it? You just turn on your own."
Yeah. And then at some point, like, he tells, what's his name, Clint Howard, that, I almost lost that first race.
Yeah, it's like, when's the new injection motor going to be ready? And he's like, tonight maybe?
Yeah, and there was something else too that he put in the car to stop the car in case they take off.
A digital radio killer.
Okay, yeah.
He tells them, they're almost ready too. And he's like, good. The sooner the better. And he's like, things are getting a little too equal around here.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. I always thought it doesn't matter because now you're fighting this ghost. Yeah,
clearly, it's funny when he raced Augie, you see at one point they were side by side,
and
then the car just
right on. Then at some point he was Nick Cassavetes is in this car and he cuts his hand with the fucking knife.
Yeah, tells his
blood
brothers and this and that, like,
right.
We're blood lovers or whatever.
You want to live without her or some shit.
Yeah.
And then it shows them all at a fucking, in their shop or whatever.
Yeah, and they're chopping up the car from the earlier.
That's when Charlie Sheen comes in with the fucking shotgun. Well, he's dressed in all black.
Yeah.
So you can't make out who he is.
Yeah, and then when he shows up, everybody,
he's got a...
Packer just jumps out and is like, "Look, guy, Loomis was out there to bust everyone. Losing Augie wasn't no big deal.
Yeah.
That's the hell of a car you got."
He ends up shooting the whole fucking place up.
Yeah, dude, before that, go back to the racing scene he had with Augie.
Yeah.
Right before they raced, it was funny what Clint Howard said, or Packer tells Rughead. He's like, "Hey, Rug, have you ever seen one of those before?" And he's like, "Nah, let's just add it to our collection first."
Yeah. He got
out what it is. He's like, "We'll figure out what it is second."
Yeah. Clint Howard got some good dialogue in that film.
Yeah.
I like that, and I like the part where he would always say, "You lose your race, you lose your car."
You lose your car.
Right. Yeah. He got good. He's the only one that didn't actually get taken out.
Yeah, because, I mean, in the movie storyline, he didn't have nothing to do. I mean, that group killed the Wraith guy.
Right, but he didn't.
Yeah, he
didn't take out Charlie Sheen.
No, I mean, he's always just been there as like a mechanic guy.
Right, Rughead.
He even told Randy Quaid later on that he knew about what they were doing, but he said he didn't know it was Jamie.
Yeah.
And he's just like, I don't want to get killed over something I had nothing to do with.
Right, but yeah, going back to the part where Charlie Sheen's dressed in all black, shooting up the whole fucking their garage. There's a funny part where he's shooting up the place. He's shooting at a skank, and the skank's like, a bullet hits a bottle by him. He's like, "Whoa, man!" He's like, "Holy shit!" Yeah, well, the skank. I think it was skank that goes way up top.
Yeah, he winds up way up in the fucking rafters. I mean, it's all. And then Charlie Sheen's just shooting up everything. He's shooting up their cars, then he winds up shooting and destroying the injection motor and stuff.
Yeah. Then the next part I think goes into, because Charlie Sheen ends up just disappearing or whatever.
Yeah, and Packer's looking around like, wait, what the fuck? And you hear Skank in the rafters go, "Where'd he go?" And he looks up and is like, "Skank, you pussy."
Yeah.
and Gutter Boy's like, "Skank, who was that guy?" He's like, "I don't know. Whoever it is, he's really pissed off."
Yeah. Right. And then Randy Quaid shows up to this empty, plane field, I want to say.
Yeah, it just seemed like it had a bunch of planes and parts and...
Right, where Skank and the other guy was.
Yeah, they're working. They're working on, I guess, I don't know.
Gutter Boy?
Assembling or disassembling these planes. But,
right.
And you see Gutter Boy, stamping it with a stamper, clear for takeoff.
And after he's done talking to him, it shows what he's fucking drinking, which is crazy.
Yeah, like I told you, it's hydraulic fluid.
Right.
I love how some points when he took a sip of something, he's like, "Oh, this shit's got some kick."
Right.
It's like, that shit's not meant to be drinking. That's to put in machines.
Yeah, he's warning them that, there's a killer on the loose, and he wants to know who the fuck it is.
Yeah, he's like, "I'm just a phone call away," and Gutter Boy's afterwards, we ain't got no phone, Skank.
Yeah. Then we're back at the fucking food place where Randy Quaid's ordering food, but then at some point he fucking just knocks the fucking food tray out of the car.
Yeah, well, I mean, they give him his food in the
Right.
And what's funny, he does the same thing with a burger that I always do. Whenever I get a burger from McDonald's, a Burger King or something,
right,
with his pickles on it, I always pull the fucking pickles off and throw them.
Right. You don't like pickles.
No, I mean, I like pickles, just I mean, just not on a fucking burger.
I hear you. It's not for everyone. But that's
Like,
when...
if you fucking chop up a pickle in the dices and put it in like fucking tuna fish, the shit's good as hell.
And that's when Nick Cassavetes and his gang show up, and he wants to know, like, where is this fucking guy at?
Yeah, and Skank's telling him, like, he's like, we can't find him anywhere. He's like, we drove downtown, down the Crawford Gully, stopped for box Ubers.
The one guy's like, look, man, he destroyed $13,000 he owes us worth of stuff.
And they're telling him, like, well, what do you want us to do? We spent all night banging on them 3 bodies. It's a damn job, Gunner boy.
Yeah. Then Nick goes back to his car and he notices there's a paper on his car.
At first he yells at Carrie and tells her, like, look, I'll be here to pick you up later, so do yourself a favor and be here.
Yeah, right, Mr. Hardass.
Yeah.
You know.
He gets it. Well, I don't understand. If they're all standing in front of his car the whole time, how the fuck did the guy get a chance to go up there and put in his car?
He's a wraith, man. He's a ghost.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of. But, yeah, the paper says, I'll be on the Lookout Mountain Road.
Yeah, waiting. He yells at his gang. He's like, he's on Lookout Mountain Road. Let's go. And they all like, woo! They all jump in their car. There's a part I forgot about that's funny when they're taking off. Skank and Gutter Boy are backing up, and like Gutter Boy's just like pounding on the door, like, yeah, and they just like,
and that's when Randy Quaid is like, he sees what's going on, and he fucking
he just fucking like, he's got like a tray of a burger,
right,
fries and a drink, and he just like,
kind of like what you see in AEW when they put a tray on your car, you know, your door. But he has one on his door, and he fucking just knocks the shit over. I thought, wow, what the fuck, dude?
Like, wow, you couldn't just call the chick over to have him take your tray? Just like, okay, gotta go.
Yeah. So he ends up racing the second guy here that has a pretty cool car.
Yeah, he has a, I want to say, I mean, I know it's either a Firebird or a Trans Am. It's like a late 70s Firebird or Trans Am with a blower in it. And you can clearly see when you see inside the car, it's got a damn robot, like a roll cage in it, like it's basically a fucking race car.
Yeah, but Nick pulls out this shotgun out of his friend's back.
Yeah,
back of his car.
Yeah, they all show up at the spot, and they're waiting, and you know they're like, there he is.
Yeah.
And the car's coming at him, and Packard grabs the shotgun. And he's like, I think it's time to give this taste of his own medicine. And just before he fires, like, Skank grabs the gun and points it upwards to shoot it.
Right.
And he tells him, like, Skank, why do you continue to question my authority? He's like, come on, man. We got a big audience with Rughead over there, man. Be first-degree murder. Because they all know, like, Rughead, you know, would know that if they kill him, he would be the one to drop the dime on them.
Exactly. That's when Rughead tells what's his face, Charlie Sheen, to raise your hood.
Yeah. Well, first, you know,
his hood's in the fucking back, by the way.
Yeah. Well, Chris Nash after that scene yells, I was like, hey, it's my turn. I'll teach that bastard a lesson for we've been hogging our cars.
Right.
And he lines up, and that's when Clint Howard's like, hey, you gotta raise your hood. We got a digital radio killer now. You try to run, we zap your electrical system.
Yeah. That's when the hood opens, but it's in the back.
The rear end opens. It opens like totally the opposite way.
Right. And he tells Walsh or Packard, hey, get a load of this.
Yeah, you see the engine like glowing.
It's glowing and shit. Yeah.
Fucking like lightning bolts, like electricity going through it. And he's like, Packard, get a load of this.
Yeah, but he didn't come over to look.
Yeah,
he should have. He should have, so that he know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, he tells him like, connect the son of a bitch and let's go.
Yeah.
So he connects, they drop it, he stands there, he's like, all right, first one to Dragon Fire Crossing wins. You lose your car, you got that?
Yeah.
And the guy yells, I was like, this one's for Augie, huh, sucker?
Yeah, that's when the cops are coming.
And Packard sees them, and the guy's like, ready, set. He's like, Rockhead, get him off. Oh, shit.
Yeah, he gets them off. Then they have their fucking little race.
And they have, then we get that one good song called Never Surrender.
Yeah.
And that was a good scene. Like, they're just flying through. I mean, what's cool about it, they're not just racing on a straight road. Like, they're racing up, like, mountains and shit. And, like, all these twists and turns.
You notice how close the car is to the cameras? Now I know why a camera guy actually got killed for real.
Yeah, I mean,
because look at these close-up shots. Because in the Wikipedia, the movie's dedicated to a camera guy named Bruce Ingram, and it says he's a camera operator, died during the filming of one of the car crashes, and another crew member was seriously injured. So yeah, people got actually messed up and killed on this movie.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
But they have a good race throughout there. Up that road, and just like the other time, they get up side by side, and the car just takes off and is long gone. And
right, the cops go after him though.
Yeah, he's driving. Chris Nash, I guess his name is Minty, is like still continuing, to keep going, and he goes around the corner, and then too late, he sees the car just parked in the center of the road.
Right.
And, he's looking at it like, no!
There's another one bites the dust, man.
Oh, by the way, a movie mistake that was really done in that movie, the fucking blower in the Firebird. If you really look close when he's, like, the car's going, you never see the fucking belt or anything, like, turning. It's like...
It's just a movie car.
Yeah, I'm saying it's just funny, though, that... it's like stuff like that you don't think that people would catch, but a car guy would always catch that. Be like, hey, that fucking belt ain't spinning, the blower ain't fucking, opening and closing.
Yeah, then that's when Randy Quaid, chases after him with the other cops, and then he ends up.
They get him at one point blocked at a bridge. And
he just flies through fucking two cars, man.
Randy Quaid tells him, like, we got him trapped, man.
Yeah, nah. You don't got a ghost trap.
Yeah, he's like, give him a few seconds and he'll realize that too.
Yeah. And he just flew right through those fucking two cop cars. And they were destroyed. Their front ends were destroyed.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
The whole front end motor... whole front clip off the damn car.
Yeah. Then the car ends up fucking, like, disappearing, or whatever, separating.
Yeah, big flash of light and just, like, and then where the cops just stopped and like, whoa, did we really just see that?
Yeah, you can see the look on Randy Quaid's face, like, whoa, what the,
Yeah, and then,
what the fuck?
After that scene, we get another shot at Big K Burgers with Carrie and Billy.
Yeah, they're off work.
Yeah, closing up, and he's asking them, he's like, you want to ride home? He's like, nah. He's like, good, I want to live to see my next birthday anyway.
That's when Charlie Sheen pulls up on a motorcycle and takes her for a ride.
Yeah, right after Billy leaves, Charlie Sheen just happens to show up on his...
Well, hey, man, he's a Wraith, man.
Yeah.
He can do whatever he wants.
He's like, it's a good thing I came when I did. It's like, yeah, I know she have a knack for doing that.
And he ends up giving her a ride, but that's when...
They passed Skank and Gutter Boy, and they end up cruising around looking for him, and he's like, I love how Gutter Boy sees him. He's like, there goes the dork with Carrie. He's like, you want to get him? He's like, you think we can? He's like, he ain't no match for the Cuda Boy.
Yeah, it's funny how he tells him pull out the gun and get the bullets. He ends up shooting inside the fucking car.
Yeah, because he tells him, he's like, get the shotgun. He's like, the shotgun? I don't know anything about no shotgun.
Yeah.
Great. He's like, put your finger on the trigger, bullet. And he shoots the floorboard of the car, and the car's going all over the place. And Skink's like, nice shot. You blew the goddamn steering out.
Yeah.
Thanks, boy. Kiss your ass goodbye.
Yeah.
And the car just flips and rolls.
Yeah, that's when the car gets all messed up and.
Yeah, and they get out, and that's when Skink grabs a fucking can of WD-40 and starts squirting it up his nose.
Which is crazy.
Well, I think in a real
what the fuck? Obviously you can't do that in real life.
That would fucking kill you. You would just be like, oh, tweak it, dude. Like, yeah, you'd be like, oh, good night, goodbye, world.
Yeah. And that's when Charlie Sheen ends up, taking her home. And then once again, Nick Cassavetes is just sitting there watching in his car.
And why they're kissing.
Yeah.
And he's supposed to be a big, tough badass that's like totally smitten with Carrie. And, and you're just sitting there smoking a cigarette. Why you see Charlie Sheen kissing her? Like, why don't you just run up on him, get out, beat the shit out of him, take the ball, and take off? But no, he has to sit there, the kids have a big talk, and he gets on his bike, then he goes and follows him.
And he ends up disappearing again.
Yeah, he's like...
But he runs into his two buddies.
Yeah, Skink and Gutter Boy, who are walking. And as walking, you see, like, the fucking car, like, come out of this damn sky, like, drop down behind him.
Yeah, it hits him real fast and pushes him into a fucking graveyard.
Yeah, and
it's
where
crazy.
He comes out and he goes, and at first, a Skink shows up with the gun and they tell him, like, kill him. It's like, right there.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, eat hot lead, motherfucker.
Yeah, but then the gun blows up on him.
Yeah, and he's like, what the hell, man? He ain't no human. He's like, he destroyed the damn gun. He's like, bullshit. He's a kid. He's just a kid. And he walks up towards where he was at. Right. And he sees Brave, and he looks, and it says his name on it.
Yeah.
And he's like, he looks around, he's like, let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah, that is trippy.
You got, like, all three guys trying to pack into a fucking two-seater Corvette.
Ain't that something? Mm-hmm. And that's when,
First of all, it was a fucking really fucked up Corvette in that movie. If you look at the car from the front and the sides, it looks like it's a 70s model Corvette. But when they show the back end, it's got like a late 80s, early 90s fucking back end on it. It's got the tail lights and the whole, like you're looking at the back end of like a late 80s, early 90s Corvette.
Right. That's when then after they leave, they end up getting in the car and leaving. Yeah. And then Randy Quaid shows up, and I guess he has a warrant or something.
Yeah, it gets him and the rest of his gang to go to the police station.
Right, for questioning.
You also get Charlie Sheen taking Carrie out on a date, like up in the mountains where they're...
Yeah, they're just out there like swimming or whatever.
Yeah, and...
Talking.
Yeah, and then it goes back to, Randy Quaid, with them in the police station, telling them, like, you're trying to get information, and he's cutting up this piece of paper, and he finally opens it, and, like, there's, like, 4, like, people with, like, their heads cut off, and he's like, if there's a situation where this killer ends up dead, we'll make sure all 4 of y'all are sniffing cyanide in the Arizona gas chamber. And he's like, you read?
Yeah.
Yeah. And, we get a shot of Charlie Sheen dropping her off, and
right. And then after that is when Nick Cassavetes and his gang are at the whatever place with their cars where they store their cars.
And you got Skink and Killer Boy are like, I guess, are cleaning up a new Barracuda or replacement Barracuda.
But he had to leave to do some business.
Yeah, he tells them, he's telling Rughead and all them, like, I'll see you guys later. I'm going to take care of some business. And
that's when
and then Rughead, like, you see him got all his shit, and he's like, I'm taking my blueprints and I'm leaving. He's like, there's a Wraith out there, man. Oh, what out there, man?
Yeah, that's when Clint Howard, played by Rughead. Yeah, or I said Rughead, played by Clint Howard. He wants no part of this shit. He's now wanting out of there, which was a smart move.
He's telling them, like, when, this gang thing was cool when we had the edge, when everybody would, but now there's that Wraith out there killing everybody. It's like, this is not cool anymore. It's like, he's like, if you guys had a clue, you guys would leave too. And he leaves, and they tell him, like, he's just a little kid, man. Packard said so. So you see Wraith drive off in his truck, and as he's driving down the road, he sees the Wraith car.
Yeah, fucking flying into that fucking
and dude,
barn or whatever.
When it comes in, the fucking like the far away, the super close shot, like you get of like the reaction of Skank and Gutter Boy as the car is coming towards, like, ah!
I mean, yeah, the fucking car is just flying into that shop, and boom, the whole fucking thing blows up on a huge level. It was crazy.
And then as Clint Howard starts walking up the road after the explosion, you see the fucking car just come out like nothing, like mint condition, like pristine, fucking just flying out of there and leaving.
Right, that's when Randy Quaid is out there and talking to Clint Howard about what the hell is going on.
And Clint Howard finally admitting that it was Packard and his gang that killed Jamie, and he's telling them, like, he knew that they had killed him, but he said that he didn't, he had nothing to do with it,
Right.
And that's the only reason what kept him alive is that he didn't, get involved.
And he told him to go home.
Yeah, he's like, go home until you hear from me. He's like, okay.
Yeah, and I think that's the last time you ever see of Clint Howard in the film.
Yeah, and then you get back to Big K Burgers where
Randy Quaid.
Where Charlie Sheen's dropping her off.
Well, a little bit before that, Randy Quaid shows up and talks to his brother.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. He shows up, talks to his brother, and he's...
About these people getting whacked, one by one.
Ask him about his brother, and ask him about Carrie, and as he goes to leave, Billy asks him, he's like, hey, what's my brother got to do with 4 dead guys?
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't know. Guess I'm going to find out.
Yeah. Which I thought was kind of odd because everybody thought Charlie Sheen was dead. So what does a dead guy have to do with a few other dead guys, but...
Yeah, and then, like I said, you go from that, and you see Charlie Sheen dropping Carrie off. And once again, Packard's sitting across the fucking street, like, just sitting there watching, like, could have gone up and confronted fucking Charlie Sheen, but doesn't do it.
Yeah, which is odd. It's like he never has the balls to confront him.
No, and then he waits till Charlie Sheen leaves. Then he goes and confronts Carrie, grabs her, decides to take off, and Billy trying to play tough guy.
Right, gets punched in the fucking face.
Not only punched in the face like 2 or 3 times, but goes down. Packer like starts to leave, but then he turns back and winds up kicking him in the damn gut like 2 or 3 times, and
then leaves.
Yeah,
and then he ends up taking her, and then she realizes, hey, wait a minute, you're the one that killed.
Yeah, I love how he like, remember that night you caught me with Billy Hankins?
Yeah.
Or Jamie Hankins. He's like, when you guys came in, and we had just finished doing it, and he winds up like backhanding her, like, you better shut up now, Carrie. And he tells us, like, so it was you. He's like, oh yeah. And he's basically telling them, like, you can make me do a lot of things, but you can never make me love you.
Yeah. Isn't that where they show the flashback of them killing Jamie? They come into the place, or did they show that during the middle of the movie?
They showed the flashback when they were sitting at way earlier in the film when they were sitting there at the dam or whatever.
Okay, gotcha. Because I haven't. It's been a while since I've seen the full version.
Basically, his gang walk in just like they said. They were both like laying there naked in bed, and they grab a hold of Jamie and Packard slashes his back with the knife. That's why you see the scars on Charlie Sheen's back.
Right. But while they're driving, though, he's explaining to her,
we're going to California, Santa Barbara, something like that. It's like, I'm not going anywhere with you. And he finally, I guess, realizes that she's never gonna love him. So he stops the car. He gets out,
and he pulls a knife out.
Yeah, because she calls him pathetic, and he's like, and he just pulls his knife out and opens the blade.
Right, that's when the fucking Wraith car shows up.
Yeah, and he's just puts the knife back in his pocket and tells the car, like, you want a race? Because I'll give you a race.
Yeah.
And he's like, looks back at Carrie and goes, we'll finish this discussion later.
Yeah, so they end up fucking racing.
Yeah, he gets in, puts his helmet on, and they start a cool, which I didn't kind of like the race that he had with Packard. I mean, it didn't seem like it had that same feel like the other car races.
Right.
If you watch it, it seemed kind of slow.
Yeah, the other ones were more intense.
Yeah, this was like generic music being played, like.
Yeah. But I mean, it's still cool, nevertheless. They end up driving for a little while, and the fucking cops end up chasing after them.
Yeah, the Wraith car winds up doing its pull away from them at one point, and Packard's just racing down the road by himself.
Like an idiot.
He even causes, the cops are chasing him. He winds up causing a wreck with a big rig and stuff, and he's just still, at this point, you're still driving down the road probably over 100 miles an hour, and you can clearly see that Wraith car is nowhere in sight. Why are you still pedal to the fucking metal?
All right. Oh, but he ends up the Wraith car at some point ends up turning completely around.
And, it's you see it spin around and start going back like it's going to play a mega game of chicken. What I like how they did it, what they made Packard see is as he's drawn in, you see the Wraith guy just standing in the middle of the road.
Charlie Sheen all in black with the black helmet.
Yeah, just standing there in the middle of the road. So he's flooring it, going at him, thinking, "Oh, I got you now." And then just as he's getting up, you see flashes of him and then the car coming at him. And he's you see the shot of his eyes, what the fuck? Before the explosion, and they just cream each other, dude.
Yeah, and it's his ass.
Yeah,
he ends up without a shirt. He doesn't have a shirt on or nothing after when he gets taken out.
But here's the thing. I love this shot after the explosion. You see the remnants of the Corvette, what's barely left of it, just rolling off the side of the road.
So Nick Cassavetes gets taken out.
Yeah, and you see Nick Cassavetes just laying there.
Yeah, with his shirt off. He had no clothes.
And he looks like, he's wait a minute, if you died in an explosion like that, there would be nothing left of you. But you look like, you don't even have a mark on him, he just died. Yeah,
it's weird. But, it's the movie for you.
Yeah, and then the officer is telling Randy Quaid, you want to set up another roadblock? We still catch him. We got guys out there waiting.
Yeah.
There's no point, Murphy. It's you can't stop something that can't be stopped. He's like, there's nobody left in Packard's gang to kill.
Yeah, end of story.
He looks around and just goes, clean this mess up. Let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah, and then it's at nighttime where
Carrie's just fell home, and
the Wraith shows up.
Yeah, shows up, and then door opens, gets out, and goes from the masked figure to Charlie Sheen, and Charlie Sheen goes, "Oh, I can't do that again."
Yeah, definitely not. He already taken out the whole crew.
Yeah,
so
he's figured out 4 dots. I mean, it had to be 4. I want to say like 4 lives, like because everything that's 4 people that are.
Well, he took 2 out at once.
Yeah. So that was 4 chances that he had.
Right.
Basically.
Yeah. That's probably what it meant.
Yeah.
But that's not explained in the film. But it makes sense.
Yeah. But
so he ends up kissing her and telling her, "I'll be back."
Yeah. She finally realizes who he truly is. It's not Jake or whatever he was going by. It's really Jamie, and he tells her, "It's like, this is as close as I can get to who I once was," and she's like, "Close enough."
Right.
And
that's
he goes to Big K's.
Yeah, Charlie Sheen goes back to the Big K's to see his brother to give him the car.
Yeah, and he's like, "It's all yours now," and he's like, "What's mine?" It's like, "Turbo Interceptor, only one in existence." and he asked him, he's like, "Who are you, bro?" He's like, "You said it, bro."
Yeah, he said, "You said it, bro."
And he takes off, and just before he leaves, he's like, "Hey, Billy, instructions are in the glove compartment."
Yeah, he's like, "Hey, bro, who are you?"
Yeah, he's like, "Who, bro?" And he's like, I think he's realizing it too. Like, wait a minute.
He kept saying Jake.
Yeah, and dude, the acting that fucking Billy gave you at that scene.
That was pretty good.
Like, he's all happy, and he's like, you just see as every time he said Jake, like, he was getting sadder and sadder. He's like, Jake.
Until he realizes that it was Jamie.
Yeah, and he's like, and he just yells out, Jamie.
Yeah, that was some good acting on his part.
Yeah.
And that's when, and then they leave it at that. But then he ends up meeting his girlfriend, and they end up taking off, and Randy Quaid's sitting there eating, I think, some candy or something.
Yeah, it looked like he was eating like Reese's Pieces or something.
Yeah.
He's sitting there watching. They get on the bike and leave, and the last shot is him looking, and then he just like rolls his window up.
Yeah, and it just shows them riding off on the bike.
The desert. Like, I was expecting for them to like float away or something, but you don't see that. You see them just just driving off, which would be cool to ride through the fucking desert like that, man. That'd be fucking badass.
And that's when the credits rolled, and then that's what I was talking about earlier when it said the film is dedicated to the memory of Bruce Ingram.
Ever since I've ever watched it, they always had that. It was one, and you always look like, well, who the hell was he? Someone in the movie?
No, he was a cameraman who unfortunately died during the filming of one of those chase scenes. And it says here, like I was saying, another crew member was seriously injured. So, with all those close-up shots, they do have cameramen on the cars. Something happened where the car may have flipped, and, I don't know exactly, but I know the director talked about it in an interview on the DVD, which is unfortunate. I mean, stuff like that does happen, when it comes to filming. Crew members, actors, sometimes, get taken out in real life. Accidents do happen, and that sucks.
It's like, what was that one movie, the Twilight Zone?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. In the early 80s.
Their kids got decapitated by the...
And they, you know what? I don't know if that's still on YouTube, but that whole incident, I seen that whole thing.
Yeah, I watched it too, dude, and it tripped me out.
Yeah, the helicopter landed right on him and those kids and took them out instantly.
Yeah, and you see the fucking people running in, and just one guy just immediately just yelled like, "Get somebody! Get somebody!"
Yeah, it was pretty crazy, but I mean, things happen on movie sets, unfortunately, and so it sucks to see that happen.
Same thing happened in Cannonball Run. There was a incident where there was a stunt and something about they did it wrong, and the car wound up head-on collision with another car.
Yeah.
And the stunt driver, from what I heard, wasn't killed, but she was like paralyzed.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, but I mean, shit happens, and it's doing crazy stunts in movies.
Yeah. People definitely. What's that?
It just takes one thing to go wrong.
Right. Especially when it comes to car chase scenes. I mean, things can definitely happen,
Not just normal, like, chase scenes, but, I mean, you look at some of the sites that they were racing. Like, they were going up this, like, the car and the Firebird were going, like, up a damn mountain. Even when he was racing the Vet, all the damn twists and turns, like,
right.
And it making you look like they're hitting those fucking turns, like doing 150 miles an hour and shit.
Right.
Like, you got to be a skilled driver to drive.
You have to have professionals. But let's see here. Here's an interesting part that I didn't know about. When it says the Wraith was released in the United States, right, November 21st of 1986. In the Philippines, the film was released as Black Moon Rising Part 2. On April of 87, it says that it connected it to the unrelated Black Moon Rising, starring Tommy Lee Jones, which those two movies have nothing to do with each other, but they wanted to, for whatever reason, the Philippines, they called it Black Moon Rising Part 2.
Like,
what the fuck is that?
They did a movie like that with Daniel Harris and Michael Rooker called Back to Back, and it was originally supposed to be called American Yakuza 2.
Yeah. Let's see here. In Germany, it was released in 87 under a title called Interceptor Phantom. And it says here, as far as critical response goes, it received mixed reviews from the critics. It got a 33% on Rotten Tomatoes. I always thought it was a cool movie. It had its own coolness to it. I understand that it totally doesn't make sense. Obviously, it's way out there.
Okay, for one thing.
But it's a cool 80s film.
Like, it was just so weird because, you got Packer and his gang who are supposed to be so feared and bad. And they never, not one of them ever have a confrontation with Charlie Sheen.
Right. It's weird.
And they're all taken out and, like, racing.
Yeah. It's interesting. But
and it's just like, it's over an hour and a half long movie. It is interesting, though, to watch this movie. And, like, it's such an interesting movie that an hour and a half flies by. Like, you're like, it's already, almost near the end of the movie already.
Yeah, it's a really cool movie that I just consider it personally. I think it's an 80s classic.
Yeah,
it's got its coolness. Huh?
It was really done well. Like, I like how you had like they opened it up with a race. Then they had a scene where they were all talking, a couple of dialogue scenes. Right. Then you get another race scene, a couple dialogue scenes, another race scene.
Right.
And, like, that's what was so cool about it. It's like, before you knew it, it's like he went through the gang, like, so quickly.
And you know what's interesting? I don't think Nick Cassavetes or Charlie Sheen even had a dialogue scene between each other throughout the whole fucking film.
Like, there's a scene where he's waiting for Carrie, and her and Charlie Sheen are floating together, like, going to, it's like, why didn't you ever just, like
he never confronted him. They never even talked, I don't think.
Like, why didn't he just, like go up when he went to get Carrie, just, like, warn him, like, look, pal, stay away from her.
Yeah, none of that ever happened. He never had any.
He a scene where he's sitting there in his car, like you see them kissing, and he doesn't even, like, go up, like, supposedly he's in total love with her and like wants her to be only his.
Right.
But you see her kissing another guy, and you're not like being crazy, like, you motherfucker.
Yeah, none of that shit. But he gets pissed off with everybody else.
Yeah.
When anything happens.
Like every time he goes, like,
it's crazy.
Like when he grabbed her from Big K's, he sat there and waited for Charlie Sheen to leave.
Yeah, it's crazy. Let's see. As far as home video goes, it says in 1987 the film was released on VHS by a company called Lightning Video, then on Laserdisc by Image Entertainment. It says it was later then released in 2003 on DVD by Platinum Disc Corporation, which I do remember that.
Yeah.
And then at some point, I guess Echo Bridge Home Entertainment put it out. And then it says, in spite of having no special features and only available on Panascan format, it says there was footage retained that was missing on the original VHS and Laserdisc releases. And then at some point, which I have, is the Lionsgate released a widescreen special edition DVD in 2010,
kick ass,
which included the missing footage, which is pretty good. And now it's on Blu-ray, which is cool.
Yeah.
So all in all, I like it. I think it's a cool.
It's a cool car movie. I mean, if you're a car guy and you love car movies, like this would be one that is always considered a classic.
Right.
I mean, it's not, like you said, it's not the best movie out there.
Right.
But I mean,
it's not a big budget film. It's only an $8 million movie. It's an action fantasy type movie.
Yeah, and you get some badass cars.
Yeah, you get some badass cars with some cool chase scenes, and trip back to the 80s again, so.
Yeah.
Anyways, so there you have it, guys. We took a trip back to 1986 with The Wraith, starring Charlie Sheen. It's a weird movie, man. It's just different.
They should have had that tagline be on the cover of the movie, be like, you lose the race, you lose your car.
Yeah. Yeah, he got the good dialogue, I think, in the film. He had a good part, Clint Howard.
Hell yeah, bro.
But anyways, I think we'll wrap this one up. We pretty much went over everything.
Yeah.
So, guys, I hope you enjoyed this review of the 1986 classic, The Wraith, starring Charlie Sheen. Nick Cassavetes, by the way, went on to be a really good director.
Yeah.
I see he's the one that directed. Let's take a look real quick. I think he directed The Notebook.
Yeah. Didn't he also fucking direct Death Sentence?
No, I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, he was in The Wraith. He was in. He was in Blind Fury. That was a really good one.
Yeah.
He was in Face Off. Face Off with. But let's see. As a director, man, he did that one movie that just came out too. That was really good. He directed Alpha Dog, which is and God Is a Bullet, which both movies are fucking awesome.
God Is a that movie. That'd be another movie later on. We have to do another review of, because that
we will.
Another fucking crazy movie.
Yeah. Oh, he directed John Q. Okay, he directed The Notebook. I remember that. Alpha Dog is great, and fucking God Is a Bullet is great. We will definitely be reviewing both those films at some point.
We will have a Nick Cassavetes review.
Yeah, a review night for sure. But anyways, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. We hope you enjoyed this kick-ass review. It's fun taking a trip and watching that film again. It's been a while since I've seen it. So,
like I said, it's still a great movie from time to time to pop on and just chill out.
Yeah, chill out with your popcorn and pizza and just kick back and enjoy. So anyways, with that being said, we're out of here, guys, and have a kick-ass night. Peace.